Good morning from another windy, rainy day. At least it's not super cold on top of it, so I'll take what I can get. Last night I slept in the shelter. It was a rink-a-dink little thing, but I was thankful for it when 4 or 5 o'clock this morning it started thunderstorming. So I was really glad to have a roof over my head. Yeah, so right now the rain has mostly stopped. There's still chances of rain between now and 11. I think it's about 8:30 right now. And then this afternoon it's supposed to be like sunny and mid-60s. So I'm looking forward to that. If any of my clothing gets wet, I should have time to dry it out. So the plan for today is still undecided actually. There's a shelter in 15.9 miles and a shelter in 22.5 miles. And I've not done a day over 20 yet, and looking at the map and the terrain, I'm wondering if today might be the day. But a lot of that has to do with weather. We'll see how the morning goes, how much more rain we get, and if it slows me down. But if I get to that shelter at 15.9 miles and I still feel good, I might hike on today. So we'll see. All right, I'm eating the last of my mom's homemade chocolate chip cookies. Mom, thank you again for sending these to me. It was so delicious, so nice to have a homemade treat out here on the trail, so thank you. Also, for breakfast this morning, and yes, these cookies are breakfast, but also with breakfast, I made the instant carnation drink just in my water, along with a pack of coffee, and it kind of tastes like a poor man's mocha, but it's not too bad at all. So that will be a good way for me to get protein in my day. So I think that might become a new staple for me out here. Do you see the cute little bunny? Oh my goodness, so sweet. It is 10 o'clock and the sun is coming out. It really did not rain today. Like it rained this morning, but not since I've been hiking, which is so nice because I really thought that I was gonna be walking in like thunderstorms until 11 a.m. That was not the case. However, it is super, super humid and it's really heating up. So I think in a minute here, I'm gonna shed some layers. But overall, it's turning out really to be a beautiful day. A little bit ago, maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago, I passed the Southern Cookie Lady, and her and her husband live literally just steps from the Appalachian Trail. It couldn't be even a 1/10 of a mile away from trail. And they have cookies and water and trash, to get rid of trash for hikers. And the lady came out and chatted with me for a little bit, and Dave were there, and it was just a really great time. She lives in a beautiful cabin, gorgeous property, and I had an oatmeal cookie, and the cookie had like apricots and coconut in it, so it's kind of like a dense, like filling cookie. So that apparently today's the day of cookies, because I had my mom's chocolate chip cookies this morning, and then I had the Cookie Lady's oatmeal cookie. But it was such a great stop, and I've been low on water, so as you guys know. So I was able to refill my water, drink some, and refill it again. It was a great stop, absolutely. Completely recommend any hiker stopping by. I was telling Dave earlier that it's so weird that you'll just go up to a stranger's house and be like, can I have a cookie? Like, you would never do that at home. But out here, you have all kinds of people from the community who are trying to help support AT hikers. It's really quite wonderful. It is just after 2 p.m. and I've done about 11.5 miles so far today. Not sure that this 22-mile day is actually going to be happening. At this point, I'm going to get to the next shelter, which is still like 4.5 miles away, and see how I feel. I might stop at that shelter, or I might just go on a little further and find a stealth site, or who knows, I might go all the way to the following shelter, which would be the 22 miles. It's a beautiful day. Great day for hiking. No complaints there, but kind of just running out of time. If I went another 11 miles, that would probably take me at least another 5 to 5.5 hours of hiking. And that's just a lot. So I'll have to kind of just see how it goes, but just pressing on and enjoying this beautiful weather, the sun, blue sky. There has not been a lot of views today, but that's all right because you're not always going to have good views, but you can always make miles, and that's what I'm doing. For the last half mile or so, we've been doing this big bridge walk, and it's finally paying off with some beautiful views. What do you know? This is Howard's Rock. I have a nephew named Howard. Howard, I know you watch these videos. This is a view from your rock. Here. It's really beautiful up here, Howard. This has been a demanding part of the trail. A lot of rocks to climb over, and they're sharp on your feet. But it's so nice to have views today. I wasn't expecting this at all. As I was climbing up to the ridgeline, I was hoping for views, but had no idea it was going to be this great. I'm sure you cannot tell how steep this is on the video, but I'm about to go down here, these big, huge rocks, and then climb back up. Oh my goodness, the rocks continue. You can see that blaze showing this is in fact the trail. Well, I've made it past 300 miles on trail. That is a humongous milestone, and I'm glad for it. It's interesting, I counted back the days, and it's been 8 days since I hit mile marker 200. So I don't know the gap between 100 and 200 offhand. But I do feel like I'm getting a little bit faster out here. So that's nice, because eventually someday I want to make it to Maine. So if I'm going to do that, I have to, you know, increase my mileage over time. So the next campsite is probably about a mile away. I'm gonna stop there for a little bit, see how I feel, and see whether or not I'm gonna press on or not. It's about close to 4:30 right now, so it's been a long day. I left camp this morning at 8. So we'll see what happens, see how I feel. Well, I decided to stop at the 15.9 miles today. That's still a really good number. I'm really proud of the day, and it was a really great day of hiking. I felt like I could have gone on for another mile or two, but you just never know if you're actually gonna find a spot to set up. And there was a pretty good spot right by the shelter. So I decided to just set up my tent and call it a day. Again, it was a good day. Really loved that ridge walk with the beautiful views earlier. That was really nice, and also really excited that I hit 300 miles. That was really cool. So I'm just gonna finish setting up my tent here and then go to bed soon. Good night.